What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Brandon and I help skinny guys build muscle, get stronger, and feel more confident in the way they look. If you are watching or listening to this video today, it's because you are a skinny guy and you want to know how to get bigger arms. Well, I've got you covered, so stay tuned. I want to start off by giving you a little history of my own personal fitness journey because I probably started exactly where you are right now, or maybe even in a worse position than you're in right now. For some context, when I was 16 years old, I was 5'9" and 145 pounds. I was extremely skinny and I hated the way that my arms looked. So I did what most skinny guys do. I went to bodybuilder.com and I looked up every arm program that they had and I tried every single one that was on there. After a few months of trying everything I could, I realized that my arms were still the same size. I knew I had to figure out the right way to grow my arms because nothing I was trying was working. I knew it had to be something different out there that I can do. So today, I'm going to share the 10 things that I learned from my own personal journey that helped me get bigger arms and grow to now being 6'3" and over 200 pounds. Okay, so number one is training at the right intensity. Most guys have never trained at the right intensity that you need in order to see consistent arm growth. You need to train close to failure on every set that you do. Not stopping when your arms get tired, not stopping when it's burning. You need to stop when your arms physically can't move, or the rep before that. And one of the other key components of intensity is also the second thing on this list, and that is taking shorter rest periods. Your arm training shouldn't require the same 2 to 3 minutes of rest that you would take with compound lifts like the bench press or a squat. Try to keep your rest periods on your arm training to 60 seconds. You can go to 90 seconds if you're really strong, but if you're that strong in your arms, you're probably not watching this video right now. So keep it to 60 seconds in between sets. The third thing that I did to grow my arms was understanding bicep and tricep anatomy. You may not realize this, but your biceps and your triceps can be affected on which areas you're targeting based on your hand placement and your elbow placement. So you want to use that to your advantage. You need to do exercises that hit all areas of your arms to see maximum growth. Sticking to the same 2 exercises that you're strong in, but they use the same muscle groups in the same way, won't be the best way to grow your arms. If you're always doing curls and barbell curls, that's the same thing. You don't want to do that. You want to hit different angles. Change your hand placement, change your elbow placement. The fourth thing that I learned to grow my arms was to slow down when doing the reps. Now, if you're anything like me, when you first started training your biceps, you would just rush through the reps, curling really fast. Most guys do that and they're not getting the benefit of doing the eccentric or the lowering phase of the exercise. You have to remember that time under tension is one of the best ways to get your arms to grow. If you're rushing through the reps, you're not getting that much time under tension. Think about it like this. If you're doing 10 reps, and you rush through it and it takes you 30 seconds to do the set versus someone else that does the same 10 reps and it takes them 60 seconds to get through the set. That person that's getting 60 seconds of work is going to be able to see more growth because they're breaking down the muscle more. So make sure you're very intentional about every single rep that you do. Squeeze really hard at the top and control the weight on the way down on your bicep movements and on your triceps. You want to push down, squeeze really hard, and control the movement on the way up. Number 5 is to stop trying to count your reps. What I mean by this is if your program calls for 10 reps, you may be too worried about getting to the number 10 instead of worrying about how hard your arms are actually working. So let's say you're getting to rep number 5 and it starts to get really tough and you're controlling the weight. You may start to rush reps 6 through 10 just to hurry up and say that you got 10 reps. And that's going to be the opposite of what you want to do to grow your arms. Instead, what I want you to do is maintain the intensity and the tempo. And if you can't get 10 reps, which is your goal, then you just lower the weight. But keep the intensity, the tempo at the priority and not worrying about necessarily how many reps you get. If you only get 9, but the quality of your 9 reps is better than 10 when you rushed it, you're going to get more results out of that 9. So don't be hyper focused on the exact number of reps you're trying to get. Okay, step number 6. To growing your arms. This is a really big one, especially for skinny guys and especially for beginners. It's going to be dropping your ego. Most skinny guys want to jump up in weight as fast as possible. They feel weak. They go into the gym. If they're curling 10 pounds, they don't like the way that looks. They see other people curling 30, so they think, hey, let me see if I can do it. You grab 30 pounds, you try to curl it, and lo and behold, you can do it. But that does not mean that 30 pounds is the correct weight for you. You want to have a weight that you can maintain control and challenge yourself fully for a long duration. If you're taking 30s and you're swinging it, you're not getting much out of that. Think about it like this. If you were able to get bigger arms, but that's only if you curled 20 pounds, would that be better for you than curling 40 pounds and keeping your arms the same size? What is really the goal here? Is it to look like you can curl a lot of weight? Or is it to actually be strong and have bigger arms? Going to the gym and using momentum in your lower back to curl 40 pounds, it's not impressing anybody. You're going to be someone that's going to look like a fool in the gym, to be honest. But if you're doing a weight you can control, be it 15 pounds, 20 pounds, it may be 30 pounds. But pick a weight that is not lifting with your ego, it's lifting with what your capabilities are at that exact time. You're going to be thankful that you did that because your arms are going to grow. Okay, tip number 7 for you. It's not even a workout tip. It's that you need to eat in a calorie surplus. So yes, nutrition does play a part into your arm size. If you don't eat enough food, your body won't grow. You can't just work your arms and expect your arms to grow and look like Popeye. There will be a lot of people walking around with huge arms and small bodies if that was the case. But you have to gain weight if you want to get growth on your arms. So what that means for you is you want to try to eat in like a 500 calorie surplus. And when you do that over time and train your arms as well as the rest of your body, everything will grow, including your arms. Okay, the number 8 thing that I did to grow my arms was prioritize sleep and get more sleep. You need optimal recovery if you want to see consistent arm growth. What that means is it's no longer okay for you to sleep 4 to 5 hours a night. So you need to make whatever arrangements possible to get it to that 7 to 8 hour a night time frame. It's not going to be like that every night, but that should be your goal. So whether that's stop playing video games earlier, if it's change your work schedule, if it's stop watching Netflix, you need to do what you want to do. But if you want to prioritize your arm growth, you have to get sleep. Keep this in mind. When you're in the gym, you're not building muscle. You're actually breaking down your muscle. You build your muscle outside the gym when you eat enough food, which we just talked about, and also when you get sleep. So if you eat food, get sleep, and train your arms, boom, you're recovering and you're going to grow. The number 9 thing that I did to grow my arms was increase my arm training frequency. When I first started training my arms, I would work my arms out really hard for like an hour straight. And that normally led to 1 arm workout per week. I would do maybe 20 to 30 sets of biceps and triceps. And wouldn't you know it, my arms didn't grow. And I couldn't believe it. I didn't know how I could work any harder. And I'm like, what did I do wrong? I'm training my arms super hard and they're not growing. The problem is that's the wrong way to maximize muscle growth. You want to train your arms more frequently instead of very high intensity on one day. So instead of doing 20 sets in one workout, you want to break it up throughout the course of the week. So now you can train every single set with a very high intensity, but the volume on every day is lower. But if you think about it from a week's perspective, you still can have high volume, but no day seems so overwhelming that you don't want to do it. So instead of doing 20 sets in one day, you could do 5 sets on 4 different days and keep the intensity high on every set versus your first 4 to 5 sets are really good and then you have 16 trash sets of arms. That's not going to be optimal. You want to spread that out throughout the week, increase the frequency, and you will see growth. And the number 10 thing that I did to increase my arm size was log my workouts. When I first started training arms, I just did whatever felt good. Whatever exercise that I saw other people doing, I would do it, and I would pick a weight that was somewhat challenging, but I knew I can do. And I quickly plateaued. You need to be serious about your arm training, just like you would with tracking your squats, your deadlifts, your bench press, or anything else you want to see grow in a major way. Your arms are no different. They're a muscle too. You want to use progressive overload with your arms. So you should try to do more reps, more sets, more weight, or have less rest period in between your sets that you do. Track that progress though. If after a month of training, you look back and you see you haven't really gone up in weight, now you know it's time to push yourself. You need to try to do it. So you may not get the amount of reps that you're trying to get every single time. Once you can't, switch something up. Maybe you could add another set. Instead of 3 sets of 10, let's say you get 10, 10, 10 one week and then you get 10, 9, 8. Maybe you bump it up to 4 sets and instead of going for 10 reps, you go for 15. You keep progressing with that until you can't do it, then you switch it up. But that way over time, you're seeing consistent growth in your arms and in your weights that you can use and in your progress. It won't go up every time, but you have to log it. Don't just go in and do whatever you want. That's a quick way to go nowhere. So guys, those are the 10 things that I did to boost my own arm growth, and I guarantee it will work for you as well. Now guys, if you're looking for a structured program to help you grow your arms, I've got you covered with my 30-day arm growth jumpstarter program. It's perfect for skinny guys that have no idea how to train their arms or skinny guys that have plateaued with their arm training. This program is available for free using the link that's in my description box. If you found this information valuable, please give this video a like and subscribe to my channel because I plan on making more videos like this. I'll talk to you guys soon.